Hey guys, Pat Tokuyama here. Today I wanted to review some of my favorite tools that I use for my live streaming and video production. Next, we're going to go ahead and talk about the Atomos Ninja. This is another device that I had. This is probably the most recent device actually that I have added to my live streaming setup. And you can see here, it's several components. The first is the monitor itself, which I'm going to talk about first, and then we'll get into the AtomX, which is sort of like an expansion module for the monitor. So for this device, you can see here, it has a nice bright screen. It's a little bit blown out because of the overhead camera settings there. But anyways, the monitor is a great way to just see how your camera view is, a better view than using the viewfinder if you have one, or just the back screen. Having a bigger screen gives you, I think, better visibility as to what it is that's included in your shot, if things are out of focus, if things are overexposed or underexposed, etc. This monitor has all of those features to help you adjust your camera settings so that you're getting the best picture possible. In addition, the monitor has the in port for HDMI and also a pass-through HDMI. So in addition to having your camera go in, you can actually send that camera signal out to a larger monitor or even a second recorder if you really wanted to. So for example, like the CamLink. It also has over here on this side a microphone in, a headphone, as well as a remote. And then underneath here, there is a SSD slot where you can use a variety of different SSDs to record onto. So this is not the proprietary, there's some proprietary Atomos caddies which sit a little bit more flush with the recorder. This one is not, and that's why it sticks out a little bit. But that's basically the Atomos Ninja V in a nutshell. The 5, I've had several of their recorders. I think this one is probably the best as far as functionality and portability, and of course, being able to use it with the AtomX streaming device. So some of the pros and cons, we'll go ahead and get through these. The first is going to be that it is an excellent monitor, has all of your needs for videography, creating videos, and even for photography. If you want to get better pictures from your photography when you're out and about, if you don't mind carrying this monitor, it'll definitely help to help you, with the exposure as well as getting things in focus. Second pro is that it's a recorder, right? So there's monitors that you can purchase that are just going to be doing monitoring functions, but this one also has the ability to record 4K video. In addition, it uses the Sony batteries in the back. This is the official battery pack that it came with when I purchased the accessory pack. So this one lasts maybe about 30 to 40 minutes, I would say, if you're monitoring and recording at the same time. So I usually have it plugged in. There's a dummy battery that it came with, and that way you can not worry about power issues. And then the fourth thing, it has pass-through. We already talked about that, so you can send the signal in and send it out elsewhere. Some of the cons, I don't have too many. I'm very happy with this device, but some of the cons, I think, there's a buy-up program. They released some new codecs that originally this didn't come with. And so if you want those codecs, you have to pay extra for them. I think H.265 is one of them, for example, or some of the raw codecs. In addition, the device is mostly plastic. Some of the other devices that I've used, they have rubber around the edges, like I think the Ninja Inferno, for example, or the Shogun. They have rubber around the edges so that it's protected slightly in case you drop it or bump it against something. This doesn't have any, it's just plastic. So there's a couple of scratches on mine there. That would have been nice to have if they added that. And then the firmware. They have been good about updating the firmware for this device over the past few years since I've had it. And I think if you know Atomos as a company, at least in the past, usually as their devices get older, they stop updating the firmware. I think for this particular device, we are fortunate because it interfaces with the AtomX, the streaming device that I'm going to be talking about in a second, so they keep updating it. But as soon as maybe they come out with a new version of the Atomos Ninja V, which they did, maybe this one will stop receiving firmware updates. For the time being, very happy with it. Not sure that there's anything better for all of the features that you get in this package, as well as the ability to expand it and use it with a variety of other devices. It comes with, they're called Atomos expansion modules. You can add SDI capability if you have an SDI camera. I think there's like a time code expansion device and some sort of a wireless device as well. I forgot exactly what it is, in addition to the XCast. So hopefully if you are considering getting the Ninja V, that will help you make your decision. a little bit easier, but those were my impressions. Like I said, I think this could be used for either video purposes or photography. If you're willing to carry it around, it's not really too heavy, it's relatively compact. I actually have it mounted on my gimbal. Sometimes when I'm recording some B-roll for my cooking videos, it definitely helps to make sure that my shots are good the first time and not having to throw out bad footage. I think that was it.